How are you, everybody? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm coming live from Madrid. I'm in the street of Madrid. As you can see, let me just show you around because I just want you to see and to have a clue, an idea of where I am. You can see this beautiful architecture. All right, you can see this beautiful architecture right here. So just want you to have a clue of what is happening here. All right, very beautiful architecture in this street. I'm coming live from Moncloa. Trying to rotate my phone so that you guys can see well. All right, so that you guys can see everything well. All right, I'm telling you that I'm coming live from Madrid. This is how everything looks like, and if you're joining, thank you so much for giving me, that view. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. And I'm a boy from Kenya. I come from a very small village called Isibania. I come from Kenya-Hispania border. I think this view is the best because of the lighting and everything, So today we're going to discuss about a lot of things, Before we start, I just want to give you a very beautiful view of the place where I am, okay? So just look around. It's one of the most biggest schools here. It's called Colegio Mayor de San Pablo. Colegio Mayor de San Pablo. Actually, this place is actually a lot of universities are in this place, this area. You can see it's a cool place. I'm showing you that this is one of the most biggest schools here. As you can see, as you can tell by the look even of the structure. It's one of the most biggest around here. And actually I'm going to show you the next one over there. I think all of this place is full of schools. You can tell by the look of things, all right? So let's go and let's keep watching. And if you just joined, please like this amazing video, because that is one way of supporting your boy. Okay, we can see a lot of construction is going on here. See, it's going on here. That's why I have the roads here in Europe are well maintained. So you can see the pathways where people walk, the cycle ways, the cycle routes. They're well maintained. So I think the government of Spain is working so hard to make sure everything is put in place. That's why you see, it just looks amazing and beautiful walking on a place like this. So all of this part is all of this place is a part walk, manze. So all this place is a place full of schools. And you can see it's so beautiful, and it's only that I think students are out now, but it's always a busy place. You can see another architecture here. So all around is school, right? So another thing, thank you so much. It's NASA, bro. How you doing? Oh, okay, all right. Sorry for that. Okay, thank you so much, bro. Thank you so much. All right, I'm just showing you around. I'm just showing you around because I'm coming live from this beautiful area, this beautiful structure, and the place is so good. So let me show you the schools before we go to the main topic of the day. As you can see, there is construction going on, and everything is well. So this is Europe, man. This is Europe. They work so hard. People pay taxes. And the taxes do all these. Akunanga shortcut, manze. Akunanga shortcut, and that's why I think everything is maintained, because the government works so hard. All right. So I'll be telling you about differences about about where I come from and where I am now. I'm talking about my life experience here in Europe and you know the difference between here in Europe and where I come from. You can see this beautiful, amazing street over here. All of this street is full of schools. So I just want to sit down. I just want to sit down so that I can show you. Kuna mtu anasema nimefika right on time. Karibu sana Rukia, karibu sana. I can see you. Thank you so much for joining. You can share this amazing live, you know, so that at least we can get people to come and support our brother, okay? Another thing I want to talk about is parking. Parking. I just want to talk about parking because you can see, you can just tell the cars here are parked well, you know? They're parked well, so because they're maintained, kuna venye zimezolindwa, eh? There are some rules that people must follow when you're parking, because if not, the government will take an action. So you have to be very keen when you're parking your car, the roads, everything. So if not, manze, you have to be fined. Uko ni mchana. Yes, that is Clary. Thank you so much for joining. Tunapiga hapa hivi story tukiendelea, tukijua tu maisha venye iko hapo hivi. All right? I talk Swahili and English at the same time because my audience most understand Swahili, all right? This is where this actually is one of the biggest hospitals here, where people just come to be treated and everything. I just want to talk about hospital because I've talked about hospital. I've just mentioned hospital and I remembered something, because this is in this live I'm just going to talk about things the way they are, right? Okay, one thing that I love about Europe, the hospitals here, if you are a citizen, all right, if you are, for example, here in Spain, if you are born here, you are a citizen, or maybe you have a contract or you have a residence of a particular time or a lifetime, all right? So the bills, the hospital is free. Whether you have a very big surgery, a small surgery, anything, medicine, it's free. So that is one thing that the government has put a place, and people are enjoying life here, because if one country or a particular country, the medication is free of charge, that is one of the very big advantages to its citizens, yeah? So mnajua, all right? So I've just talked about medicine. Let me cross the road. You can see all of these places is just for parking, huh? Just for parking, because I just want to walk around so that I talk with you, ndio mjue venye life iko huku, venye life iko yani. So I want to talk about the real life here and what people think about Europe, but really that's not what it is, you know. So even the huko. For example, when before I traveled to Europe, when I was a little bit young, I used to think that in Europe, when you are in Europe, you invest, money is everywhere, you know. You know that thought of people back at home that ukiwa majuu pesa ni mingi, you have a lot of money, you have it's like plucking leaves from a tree. I think people think you just walk and collect money, you know, in the street, just walk, but in the reality hits you when you are already here, right? When you are in Europe, you have to work, and people here work so hard. People here work so hard to get that money. And of course, life is expensive. For example, electricity, you have to pay for everything. Maybe education, and there are some cases that you don't have to pay. Like for example, there is free education, free health, all right? But other things, like let me say, electricity, water, everything you have to pay, and it's very expensive, you know. But at least the government have done it affordable, but you have to work. So when I was young, nilikuwa nafikiria Europe, you just come, and you just get money from just nowhere, you know. And of course, I just want to tell you that if you see somebody, for example, supporting people back, these organizations, NGOs that supports maybe kids, people in Africa, you know, some organizations, these people work hard just to support. Ukiona mtu ametoa, like for example, somebody has just given money to support maybe to pay school fees, you know, it's out of heart, because they work, maybe it's people, you can get somebody working for 8 hours and the salary is there, but again, the housing is expensive, the food is affordable, maybe the housing, the water, electricity, you have to pay all that. And of course, you know, in Europe there is seasons. So for example, when it's winter, so it's a lot of cold, so you have to pay for the heat and everything, you know, all that. Or when it's so hot, you have to pay for fans, for fresh air. So everything is you know, money. So so when I used to be young, I used to think that you just come in Europe, get money, you know, enjoy life. But it's opposite. It's opposite. Okay, there is money, but you have to work. You have to work, and of course, getting a job is not easy, you know. So you cannot just wake up and just get a job. Okay, there are opportunities, but you know, it's hard. For example, when you don't have a residence, or you've not just you don't have any contact, you know, you have to getting a job, you have to get papers, everything. So when you get to Europe, not unless maybe your family is in Europe, or not unless you have a contract already, but unless otherwise, you have to, you know, you have to go through a process for you to get that job, manze. You have to get papers, you have to do a lot of things for you to get that job. So other people think that when you're in Europe, the job is there. Me too, I always thought maisha huko ni poa. Yes, maisha, okay, right, but you have to work hard. Say maisha si mbaya, you know. Spain is a very so far so good, eh? People are welcoming. The people that I've met are very welcoming, and they're so nice, you know. Generally they're so nice, and they're welcoming, they're good, they're friendly, they're hospital, let me say that, to put it in general. They can support you, they are, you know, somebody to be good is that is a personal thing, all right? And so far so good. Me, I've met people when you bado ni wapoa, they're good, they talk to you. But contrarily, life is just like, let me say, people think that when you are in Europe, it's like magic, but life is the same. Look at that structure. It's a very big structure. Very big structure. So I'll be talking when I'm showing you around. It will be nice when I talk and show you around. So I'm in this street. Actually, I've never been here because I'm always in that park. I'm in this street. So I was telling you, people think that when you are in Europe, manze, life is just get anything that you want at the same time, that you know those thoughts. So it's high time people to be open-minded, so that they take the life in Europe as the life in Africa. You know, you can invest. I think you can even invest more in Africa than in Europe, if you know. It's just a personal thing. If you come here, you can invest, and if you are in Africa, you can still invest. So it's just a personal thing, you know. So people should not have that mind that if I go to Europe, I already make it, you know. And I actually know some people. I actually know of some people who came to Europe and life was so hard. I've met a lot of. Okay, Spain is welcoming, and sometimes there are migrants, you know. They come into Spain. You just leave your country and come to Spain, you don't have a job, you don't have a house, you don't have nothing, but you left your country. At least you could afford some food, at least you could afford housing, clothing. So imagine coming to a country thinking that things are just magical, you know, things are just magical. And you just sneak in, you come in, okay. Then you find life so hard. You can't get a job because you don't have papers, because you know how life is, yeah? You can't get a job, you can't get food. So I meet a lot of people who are begging, in mostly they are in supermarkets. You get a young man begging. Do they have racial discrimination? No, so far so good. I've found Spain as one of the as a very welcoming country, you know, welcoming country. They don't have racial discrimination. I don't know if maybe there are some people, but so far I've not seen any racial discrimination, truly, because there are a lot of blacks in Spain, a lot. And of course, if you don't know, there are a lot of immigrants that come in Spain, because Spain is one of the most peaceful countries around the world, you know. For now, I think that it won't change, but I know that Spain is one of the most peaceful country. People are so good. So far, so good. People are nice. They're nice. They're welcoming. So I was talking about these beggars in the supermarket. So imagine leaving your country, where you could even get a mere job. You know, here you cannot get a job if you don't have a contract. Even cleaning somebody's car, you have to get that contract. You have to get that contract. And getting a contract, you have to have papers. So it's a process. So for those people who think they can go to a country and just things turn up, well, okay, some people are lucky, but mostly people, you know, that life, it's not easy. So if somebody is thinking of leaving his, you know, home is always the best. Home is the best. Home is the best. So even here, you find, you know, in Africa, back then, not now, back then, we used to see a white person and we think that, this person has a lot of money. Sindio, in ukweli. So we used to think that this person is rich, is full of money, is full of richness. But okay, some have money, but others don't. And we also, of course, we have some black people who have lots of money, plenty of money. I think life is just the same. It's only that people are just misunderstanding. So if you've just joined, please, hola, Lucy, how you doing? Karibu sana. Thank you so much for joining. Okay, I was telling people that back at home, some years back, people used to think any white person has a lot of money. I think people have that mind, late but on time. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much. Asante sana. So people, I'm repeating this because I'm just reading your comments. Thank you so much for commenting. Please like and of course share this live. Share this live. Of course, I'm in this street. Things are cool here. All right. People used to think that I used to see a white person and I see money. Back then, when I was young, you know, until when I grew up and came to realize, because I worked in some hotels, so I was open-minded before even traveling to Europe. So when you come to Europe, life, I think life has, the European government, let me say Spanish government, has made sure that at least people who are average class are a lot than any other gaps. So the gaps between the rich and the poor, it's very small. So I think that is what favors this government, because a lot of people are in the middle. A lot of people can afford food, those basic needs: food, clothing, shelter. You know, that is the most important. If you see a country that a lot of people afford those three things, that is the most important. But of course, then there are those people who don't want to work. They're white, but they don't want to work. You can see them in the street begging. You know, you can just see them in the street begging, and you wonder what's wrong. So any white person doesn't have money. So that mentality, just take it out of your mind. You have to work for that money. You have to. There is no shortcut. Not unless, Sasa, you come from that family that has a lot of money. No, a lot of money. a lot of, you know. So I've talked, so far so good. I've talked, I think I've catched up with 2 or 3 things, all right? So another thing I'm going to, oh, my friend, ¿cuándo vas a visitar Asturias? Huh? Asturias, I visited Asturias en, no, agosto, pero no sé cuándo. Pero agosto, yo en Asturias, 4 días. Sí, sí. All right. So I'm going to talk about another thing that is very important. People who think that, those people who get into relationships because they only want to travel to abroad. For example, you just, you know, I've been telling you that you can invest even in where you are in Africa, where you are, more than even in abroad, if you just keep that mentality of investing, you know, that positive mind. So those people who get into relationship because they just want to come to abroad. So you've not fallen in love, but you just get into a relationship just to get an opportunity to come abroad. Then when you get to abroad, things change. All right, things change. Let me show you around as we talk. When you get to abroad, things change. So the person that you pretended to love really loved you, but you don't love the person. It's only that you got the you just wanted to use him or her. You know, that is one of the most one of the biggest mistakes people do, and the mistake that you should never do. All right, because when you get to Europe, imagine you go to Europe and you don't love anybody, just came in and you find things that you're expecting are just vice versa. They're different. Yeah? So you find it very difficult, very, very difficult. And the life becomes so hard. The life becomes so hard because what you expected is not what you're getting, you know. So my advice to those people who get married just to get that opportunity, don't do that. Don't do that. People in our country, they think we collect money down, my friend. Yeah, true. Yeah, true. And it's very wrong. It's very wrong. Actually, in my country too, but it's very wrong. So people should not think. People have to work. People work hard. You wake up, you work 8 hours to get a salary, So people have to work hard. That mentality of the people thinking that Europe, money is just for free, you just get money any time you want to. It's not like that. All right, things are expensive. For example, when so for example, back in my village, I used to shave just a normal shave. In my village, I used to use around 20 shillings. 20-30 shillings. Then in Nairobi, I think it's a little bit expensive because it's the city, you know. It's a city, and of course, okay, in Nairobi actually there are more expensive places, just like Europe, right? But again, when I came to Europe, life is expensive. Life is very expensive. For those people who are in Europe, they can tell you. Let me show you this beautiful architecture here. I want to go. I don't know if I go. No, I should be going here. All right. So what I want to tell you is that, for example, just a shave, just a normal shave, in Europe. Let me say a normal shave. You can find a normal shave is $20. That is around 2,000 Kenya shillings. Around $20, maybe even more. A normal. So life is not very easy. It's not very easy as people think. So my advice to those people: if you get a chance, well, if you're coming to work well, if you have a family, if you are coming to visit well, but don't never go to a place. Look at that beautiful art. Let me see that. But never go to a place, never to any place because of just going because you will realize that it's the same. Life is the same, because the only difference is just color, skin color. But people are the same. The way maybe some people treat you back in the same. Let me just say, to put it very simple and clear, is that life is the same. All right. So for those people who are just watching this, kuna mtu anasema, I've read your comment. Kuna mtu anasema no me digas Asturias donde. Pera. Mira mi videos, Look at my videos. My videos. I visited Gijón. No, Girón. No sé. No me acuerdo muy bien, pero mucho partes de Asturias. Mira, tengo videos ahí, aquí en este canal. Muchísimos videos, porque yo grabo poquito a poco. Cuando yo visito todos, yo grabo, pero Asturias es muy bonita. Alright, Manze, we even lose friends back in Kenya because they have a big expectation that we have money. That's why we don't help them. Nairo. Hey, Manze, si ni ukweli? Europe ni kama basic needs. Hey. Gari Europe ni kama basic needs, ndio? Ni kama mtu ako na gari. Kila mtu ako na gari. True, because huyo wajibu vizuri. Eti gari Europe ni kama basic need, ni ukweli. It's true. That one is true, because affording a car, because actually you buy a car, and if you have a stable job, you just pay. If you know that you are going to, for example, imagine you have a life contract here, or you have a 10-year contract, or 5, the way you like it to be. Yeah, you just buy a car for yourself. Unanunua tu gari, and you pay. It's just like Kenya. Ni ile tu job assurance. So a lot of people here have cars, a lot. So it's very normal. Ni kama wewe umesema ni kama basic need. Wewe unasema hivyo kushuka rasa ni hata nisome kutoka hapa juu. Clary Queens anasema wako poa basi. Wish Kenya was like that. Lucy is saying, Lucy manze, nimekuwa Asturias manze. We should kuje Madrid pia. All right? Okay. Wewe unasema hivyo kushuka rasa ni 10,000. Waga nasikia wasted ni venye you have to live like here, not like home. And when you compare Europe money and Africa money, man can get insane. True, man. Because of course euro ni kubwa sana. But me, I'm privileged because I'm a dude. I just use $20 because my haircut is very normal. Just use 20 euros and that. I'm done, you know. All right. So nilikuwa naambia story gani? Kuna mtu amesema hapa hivi gari ni affordable. Okay, let me talk about housing. A simple 3-bedroom house. Let me say, not even because when I talk about the center, let me say Madrid center, it's crazy because housing in Madrid center is another thing. Yeah. So for example, let me say a bed sitter, a studio room, bed sitter. We say in Kenya bed sitter, but a nice language is a studio room in the center of Madrid. It goes around 500 euros. That is around 60,000 or 55. Let me say 50 and above. Imagine a bed sitter, 50 and above. You know, you have not even eaten. You know, you have not even you've not even gone to to work. You've not even fueled, because right now as I'm speaking, fuel is very expensive. You know, so such kind of things. And maybe let me say buying a house in Europe You know, people think I'm just talking the reality, speaking the reality, so that msikuange na expect. Unapata mtu hata analipwa maybe 500, maybe 50. Let me say, okay, normal salary hapa, the lowest unaweza lipwa ni, let me say 110,000, and the house maybe is 50 or 60. You've not even eaten, you know, all those things. If you're joining, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate that. So buying a normal house, maybe 3 rooms, it's around 18 million Kenya shillings. 18 or 20 or 21. That's just a normal house. A normal house. So you can imagine, you can imagine such kind of life, and imagine you can afford that, and in the village is around 1 million, and you have a very big house. So you can see the life, the difference between that. So those people who want to invest, they invest in Pale home. All right, let me read your comments. The cars, are they expensive? Yes. Yes. Cars are expensive because, yeah, it depends with the model of the car, but they are expensive. But I think in Kenya, it's more expensive because of the transportation and everything. But let me talk, because we bought a car juicy. It's around 1.5 million, and I saw in Kenya it was like 2 point something million. So you can see the difference. All right. So you can afford a car. Very easy. You can afford a car as long as you are working with contract. You can buy a car and also can pay with the installments. Yeah, true. You can afford a car. I'm coming Madrid next week. Hope we're gonna chat. Yeah, true. We will definitely. If you are in Madrid, please write me, Chef Matic on Instagram. So ukimaliza hii live, when you finish this live, please write me, and I'll communicate back. All right. So I was telling you about housing, the normal housing, and people have very big houses here. Yeah? Very big houses. People afford them. You know, they are used to this life. But imagine me buying a house. But the good thing is the good thing is that you pay unalipa pole pole. That 18 million, if you want, you can pay at once if you have money. But if you don't have that 18 million or 20 million, let me say 20 million, because my friend alinunua house juzi ilikuwa 21 million, and I'm talking about 3 rooms. 3 rooms, man, the apartment at 21 million. What can 21 million buy in Kenya? All right. So the good thing is that you can, if you want, you can pay at once, and if not, you can just pay pole pole. All right, and have your house. So that's how people survive, and I think the government have made it easy for people to, you know, to have that kind of life. So I'm coming live from this park. I've talked about a lot of things, a lot of things about education. I've told you education is free if you have a residence. I've talked about health. Health is free, because I think when you pay tax, some money is going to cover for health. Kama NHIF Kenya. Let me not talk about that. All right, but just like that, if you have let me say a health, it's like a health insurance, health insurance. So it's very easy. Health, free, housing, expensive, food, fare, car, fare. Life is generally expensive. So for those people who want to come to Europe to work, may you be blessed, and please have that opportunity and work. But for those people who just want to come to Europe because they just want to come to Europe, they don't have anything to do, I would advise you to stay where you are and invest there, because if you come to Europe without any plans and you don't have a job, imagine you will suffer. Because I see a lot of guys have told you that you see a young man Okay, there are those migrants. You know, you will never know why some migrants come in or go to a certain country. Maybe it's because of peace, but there are some people who just go thinking that life is easy, but they find it difficult. You find people sleeping in the street. They're homeless. They don't have food. They don't have clothing, and it's very difficult. And life becomes so boring to them, and they even think of going back home. And that is not good. So this video is for you, my friends, that I promised to do a video with you today. And I'm so humbled. I'm so humbled for those people who are watching here. All right. The good thing about Spain is that education and hospital is free. Yes. Yeah, education, and that is one of that is what is making Spain strong. That pillar, you know, they don't lack. If a country's education and health is free, then believe me, things move so well. But of course, you can only get education free and education and medication free if only you have a residence in you. I think you will agree with me about that, because that's how it goes. That's how it goes. Because if you don't have papers, you are not recognized. And of course, another thing, I want to talk about good things in Spain. For example, it's a very organized place. I love because this place, the government actually organized this country so well. For example, let me talk about the roads, the infrastructure in general. I think 80% is covered with tarmac, all right? And not only with education, you're guaranteed for a job. Yes, with education or with a contract, with papers. Let me say, if you have a residence, number one, if you have a residence, if you have a residence, if you have let's say if you are let me say residence. If you have a residence, if you want to have that education, you must have a residence. You must have a residence, that permit of staying there. So if you have a permit of staying, that is a permit of work, you can work. There are some jobs, and the good thing, there are a lot of opportunities, I can say. People work as there are a lot of opportunities, and the government have put that limit, that the least amount of money to be paid to workers. So I asked, and they told me that the least money to be paid to workers is at least let me say 1,000 euros. 1,000 euros, that is around 110,000. Around 110,000, and that is so good. If you are that person that you can manage that salary well, that is not bad. But of course, you have to pay bills, isn't it? All right. So that is one thing that I love about Spain. The infrastructure, the education is free, medication is free, and the people I've met are so kind-hearted. So far, so good. So far, so good. I've not got any racism, alert. No, the truth to be said, I've not got any racism alert. They're not racists. No, the people who have met. Of course, I know. So maybe there are some people, maybe 1 out of 10, but so far so good, I've not got any. All right, that is the truth I can say about that. All right, so their roads are organized. You can easily, the streets are organized. You can easily, there are those traffic lights. Let me say traffic lights. Unlike other countries, you can just cross the road anytime you want, anytime you feel like. But here you have to, kuna ile mpangilio tu, unaona? All right. Let me read your comments. I'm here finally. Thank you so much. That is Sam. Thank you so much. You never disappoint, bro. All right. By that, unajua ni connection mtu akitaka kuleta boyfriend wake. Sijui, but unaweza kama uko kwa group ya Kenyans in Spain, kuna huyu msee anaitwa Charles, but for now kwa na msiba, maybe mtafute baadaye then I think I'll ask about that. Just hit my Instagram, just hit my Instagram, all right? Na kuna mtu anasema yeah, life there is expensive, not a joke. Nimekwama hapo kwa 20 million for just 3 bedroom. Yeah, true. You can confirm with Lucy. 20 million for just a simple house, all right? 20 million, okay, all right. Akisi mnifikisha 1k naendaga live niendage live niwapee moshene. Tutakufikisha. Lucy Aki lazima tuku yo 1k. Seems you know more about Europe. Yeah. See, she's you live in Asturias, true? All right. How do you acquire a residence? All right. If you want a residence in Europe, for example, for me, I got my residence because I have a family here. So no, if you have a family here, you are guaranteed residence because there's no need mtu akunyime residence ama permit and you have a family somewhere. So I have a wife and a kid here. So that's why I got my residence. And then kuna wale watu Evans, thank you so much for joining, all right? Na pia kuna, if you just have a work permit, maybe ulikuja kusoma ukabahatika ukapata job. If you have a work permit, then you will get a residence, all right? And another thing, there is so many ways, but legal ways. There's so many ways, but I don't know more. Najua hizo mbili, all right? Okay. Nifikisheni and I will never disappoint. Tumfikishe 1k, si ndio? Hata mimi nataka 1k. Utafika tu. Kufika 1k si mchezo. Si ngumu. Ngumu ni kupata wachawa, si ndio? One love, that is Joanne Wilson. Thank you so much for joining, Lazima ukue 3 years in Spain with a job contract and with some supporting legal. Yeah, true. Yeah, true. That is true. Thank you, Lucy, for helping me. Najua niko park, Thank you so much for helping me tell these people how it goes, all right? Najua Charles, by the way, is a good guy. Yeah, Charles is a very nice person. Team Kenya, manzi. Charles is a very... If Charles can help you. And what do you do in Asturias? Asturias is one of the most beautiful places. So like now, let me tell you something. Like now, Spain has a challenge because of Canary Island. La Palma, the volcano. So people don't have houses as I'm speaking now, and they are in their countries. So, but the government is working on it. So something like that is a very big challenge. I want to show you some very beautiful view. That's why I'm going the top of the mountain, so that you can get to see. So I'm telling you. So for example, right now in Canarias, there is a very big challenge. Let me show you this beautiful. I don't know if you can see this. It's a very beautiful view. Can you see that? The sun wants to set, but bado. The sun will be setting at, I think, around 9 p.m. So you've seen the view. So if you have any question about Spain, you can just ask. I think I have another person here. Lazima tumfikishe, usijali Lucy. Lazima tufikishe Lucy 1k. Naona Evans ako ndani ya nyumba. Tutawafikisha 1k, si ndio? But kufika 1k si shida. But watch hours ndio inakonga noma kiasi. Lazima ucheze kiwewe, si ndio? Anyway, I've been here for 44 minutes. 44 minutes is a good time, So thank you for those people who have been here to just watch me and listen to my talk. I think I'll be coming live every day. I'll be finding something to talk about. Maybe to show you around or to talk about something, At least tuna keep in touch. Miss Fidelia, hey, how you doing? Welcome to this live. Thank you so much for joining. So I think tomorrow the same time I'll come live. Not I think I'll come live tomorrow. All right. Ulizeni maswali. Tuko hapa tuwasaidie. Sitaki mkaa mkiwa gizani kama mimi regret. Alright. Okay, that is Lucy. Lucy, how did you find yourself to Spain? How did you find yourself to Spain? Because it's kinda umesema kitu hapo hivyo, but I know things were well until now. You are in Asturias. Studying and hustling. Wow, I never knew. I came to Asturias for 4 days. I came to visit Asturias for 4 days. I have some videos here. You know, I've not been filming. I've just been making shots just with my phone. That's it. So I'm thinking of focusing. I'm just trying. I want something concrete to give my fans. Something funny, not only to show some. No, it's very boring just to show somebody. I'm in a park and there are a lot of flies here. All right. I don't want to just filming, to be just doing filming. Only that I just to at least to make some fun out of so that people can enjoy. All right. I was showing you this beautiful view. I don't know if you can see. Unaona ni kama kuna giza hapa hivi. All right. Yeah, tuko na msiba Canarias. Palma, yeah, volcano erupts. Yeah, we have Spain have a challenge at the moment. People don't have houses. The houses are melted. I can say they are melted. All right, Lucy, tuambie ulifikaje Spain and are you a Kenyan? Yeah, Lucy is a Kenyan. I think Lucy is a Kenyan. Kama anajua Lucy is a Kenyan. Hebu mwambie wenye ulifika Spain na wengine wafike Spain. But I've told you, I've given you a very nice, a very good advice, A very good advice. True. Unajua kipande ndio nini Lucy? Madrid, I stay in Alcorcón, a place called Alcorcón. That's 15 minutes to the center. But currently I'm in the center. Kuna vitu nafanya, I'm the center. Kuna vitu nashughulikia hapa hivi. All right. Okay, 47 minutes. I think. Thank you so much. Kuna watu wamekuwa hapa, imagine for almost an hour. So big up to you. Big up for those people who just came in to support our brother. Ni pole tu hivi. Nataka nikuwe nafanya live hivi ndio kidogo tufike 10 people tufike 20 people tufike 30 people tufike 40 tufike 100. Si ndio? Ndio tujue kunaendaje, ndio tujue life iko aje manze. Si ndio? Alright, ndio channel yetu isikuwe dormant. Alright, wale wa fans wangu hivi, wale wa TikTok, asanteni sana, mjaniangusha manzi. At least nimeona sura zenu hapa hivi and I appreciate that a lot. Sasa tutembee huko juu ndio ni wa show other places, ndio msibaki kama mmeboeka hapa hivi. At least mjue. Alright, so this is one of the parks. So something like a Uhuru Park, Like Uhuru Park. Kuna viti hapo hivyo, mmeona viti za mawe. You see the seats, viti za mawe. So you can just relax and take your time and think about life. Seen this? Right. So this is how this place looks like. This is one of the biggest hospitals here in Madrid. Let me read this beautiful comment here. Okay, wacha tu nikianza kwenda live, nitaeleza sitaki mtu akuje akiwa confused bila kujua what goes on here, because for me nilikuwa nimekam with very high expectation, but all was in vain. But now I'm okay. Yes. All right. So that is Lucy amewambia ukweli, tumfikishe 1k subscribers ndio awapatie story vizuri. Uko job, Lucy is studying and hustling at the same time. When you have a residence, you can do both. And what do you study, Lucy? TikTok. I go live on TikTok every day saa 4:30. Si uko Spain, kesho saa 4:30. Chef Matiko on TikTok. TikTok chefmatiko.ke. Nakonga live on TikTok. Kesho naanza kuhost, tupige story ndio watu wakujue, si ndio? Alright, sawa sawa watu wangu, so I'll just say bye bye for now, and thank you so much for coming to support me. Study and working. So thank you so much for coming and supporting this live. Tumesema tomorrow will be here at the same time at 6:45 East African time and at 5:45 European time zone. Alright, so thank you so much for being here with me. Nawapenda sana. So see you tomorrow, my guys. We are at 15 minutes. Tumepiga kama shene. Alright, so see you tomorrow. I'm Chef Matiko on Instagram. Go send me a message if you want to communicate to me. TikTok at chefmatiko.ke. Hapo ndo utanipata. So see you next time, manze. Bye bye. I love you so much. Hello brother, greeting from Allison. It's Allison Lawson. Hi, how you doing? I was ending my live, so make sure you watch the video. Thank you so much, and I appreciate that. So see you next time. Bye bye.